Hey there guys, this is Ryan, bringing you my first TF2 commentary. We are on Payload Badwater. Just jumped into a random game, and decided to start recording for no particular reason whatsoever. And what happens to the sniper here coming up made me laugh pretty hard. He's just sitting there, minding his own business, when... whoa, there goes his head, and I'm like, oh, I better get out of here then. I just throw a few random rockets around here. That turns out to be a spy, which is pretty great. And speaking of Payload Badwater, it's probably one of my most favorite maps, just for the reason of how much choice it gives you, class-wise. When maps give you a choice like, oh, I could be this class, or I could be this class, I can be any class I want, and no one's gonna get up on me about it. When maps give you a choice like that, I find it's, like, a really fantastic map. Maps like Dust Bowl and, Gold Rush, I don't feel particularly comfortable being something like Scout. Because Soldier and Devilman and all those other classes can do Scout's job better. What is Scout's job in those maps other than pushing the cart and capturing points? And those are nice by themselves, but there's so many narrow hallways and stuff that you'll just be caught around the corner by a soldier and pow, you're dead. Look at this sniper hammering away on this teleporter. And I was really rooting for him here in game. I was like, come on, do it, come on, you can do it. Unfortunately, he gets backstabbed. And I make it my mission, after seeing that, to avenge him. I must get up there and destroy that teleport. For him, for his memory. Coming up here, I meet a demo man. Get a nice air shot on him. But, he got a direct hit pipe on me, so I have to go look for health. And stupid thing there. I have a reflex of whenever I see something, an enemy close to me, I won't even care. I'll fire a rocket. Even if I'm at 18 HP, and it's not a particularly good idea. I'm just looking around Spectator here, and I notice a Derringer spy. I'm trying to flip around and spectate, trying to see where he's going, and he's going after this engineer. Saps the engineer's sentry. Engineer doesn't seem to be able to hit the sentry, and he gets backstabbed. I actually come out and get him right after this. I'm like, I will not let you survive. I see him going with the demo. I'm like, no. Save the demo man by a little bit. He doesn't even know what happened. Coming around here, checking the flanks. There was a sniper up there, minding his own business. But yeah, speaking about, like, options and maps and map mounts in general, what makes a good map? Probably how fun it is for both teams playing it. Like, how easy it is to capture a point, how easy it is to push the card all the way through, what points of the map really gave you, like, memorable experience. Badwater all around just seems like a memorable experience. Every stage of the map feels like something different. And it never feels unfair to either team. Except for this last point might feel unfair to the offensive team. But then it feels like an achievement when you finally get to capture it. And it doesn't really require too much teamwork. I mean, just a few Ubers pop in there and you got something going. And there's many flanking points. So... yeah, Badwater is just full of awesome. Like even here, we're pushing them back to their spawn. But they have multiple routes to take around us. They got, well, 2 routes at this point. And I'm just keeping the pressure on them here. Trying to make sure they don't push past to the choke point where the cart is. I have no idea why that rocket went straight up like that. I was like, wow. Either that pyro is really skillful, or his flamethrower is malfunctioning. Come down here to get the large health kit. Failing rocket jumping, apparently. But yeah, Payload Badwater is one of those maps where you can pick as any class on any stage of the map, and you feel like you can have a nice experience with that class. You can do well. You know, whenever I see a pyro with a hat, like a fancy hat and a lot of miscellaneous items, I think... he's probably going to reflect my rocket. And I should be careful about him. I don't know about you guys, but just seeing a fancy hat on a pyro makes me think he probably knows how to play pyro decently. Funny thing is, like, 90% of the time that isn't true, and they end up dying to my rockets. I'm not sure if the reflected rocket right there hit the heavy and caused him to die faster. I apologize if that was the case. Oh, this part. Sniper comes around the corner here. Oh my god, 3 HP. See what I mean? I will fire at anything if it comes up that close. I'm running rocket launcher, gunboats, and market gardener. You know, the typical stars setup. I like market gardening. I fell in love with it ever since I saw Star do it, and I do think I get one in this video. So there's that. But yeah, that means I can't pull out my shotgun for all these close quarters hits, and I end up blowing myself up more than you think. But to tell you the truth, I probably would even blow them up with a rocket, even if I was carrying a shotgun with me. Because the whip and switch time, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to take out my shotgun. He's probably gonna hit me like right now, and I'm gonna die in one hit. So I gotta shoot a rocket. And you can argue reserve shooters for that, but I don't know. Something about the reserve shooter doesn't strike me as more powerful than the shotgun. Like an additional 15 damage, ooh, fantastic. But I'm not gonna get into that. But just having the mobility of the gunboats seems to outdo the shotgun entirely. And if you didn't notice right there, that demo man was lobbing sticky jumper stickies at me. I'm not sure if he even knew what he was doing. If he was like, oh, a sticky jumper. Wonder what this does. That demo man was really laggy, so I had a feeling he was going to be a spy. But nope, just a really laggy demo man. Failing the rocket jump, and coming down here. Getting a nice shot on that engineer. And ugh, giblets everywhere. This heavy, you don't know yet, but he steals from me. He steals my money, my wallet. Watch, I come back here, 70 HP. I need some HP. Just respawned. Ugh! Just swiped from me. And he's not even doing anything useful. I think he dies to this engineer. Yeah, dies to the engineer. Fortunately, though, the health responds really quickly. And this demo man up here, I have my eye on him. And get the market garden. Really nice. Although he was a pretty solid target to get. Really easy. I think he was the sticky jumper demo man who was trying to spam sticky jumper nades. Come over here, see what damage I can get done. Getting a crit on a spy, but he managed to blow out his dead ringer just in time, I notice. And I don't find him, I don't think. He, like, booked it out of there. He did not want any of my business. Grabbing the health. There's the heavy again. That heavy's nice. He's got a nice hat. And here's the part where he starts saying mini sentries. This mini sentry gets me down pretty low, and I think, oh, gotta get out of here. Escaping with just 11 HP. Have a lot of close calls this time around. Mini sentry again. Like, is that by the same guy, or is that another engineer? I have a feeling it's by the same guy, because mini sentries, they set up like no one's business. That's one of the most annoying things about them. I just destroyed your mini sentry. Oh, I can put down another one in like 2 seconds. Or no, I'm not gonna talk about that. That's for another video. See the medic here and just blow you up. Don't know why you're following a spy around. Spies and their dodging. I don't like how when spies are like, no, you know them, you know that they're a spy, and they just sort of like dodge around and stuff. Like you know they want a dead ring, and they know that you know that they want a dead ring. So why don't they just shoot you with your revolver? And we get with like a little childish game with him here. He is indeed a spy. Now the medic stays over there, and he seems to lose track of me, which I'm pretty sure he dead ringed there. But you can only hope that every single spy you see is not carrying a dead ringer, although that's pretty much the case nowadays. Every single time you kill a spy, you're like, yep, probably dead ringer, because they die so easily. There's another mini sentry popping up. I wasn't too concerned with keeping an eye on a quick fix medic. When I do have a pocket that's not a quick fix, I like to keep an eye on them and not rocket jump all over the place. Although the urge to rocket jump, reason being, like, overheal. It's one of the best things in the game. If they got the quick fix to only give you half overheal, quick fix would be like 10 times better. It would be viable. It still wouldn't be as great as the Metagun or the Kritzkrieg, but it would be better. It'd be viable. You wouldn't be like, oh, quick fix, ugh. But the round is coming to an end. I do get on the bottom spot on the MVP scoreboard, and I came out like at the last point. I'm sure if I came in on the first point when it started, I would have gotten higher score, but it's not a nitpick. Thanks for watching, and I hope you can come back for some more TF2 commentaries that don't suck as badly.